up. We're on number 4. How are you? Nice to see you. Right on. My name is Rudy Pavich. Obviously, with a name like that, I'm from northern Minnesota, where the only fun thing to do was go to the Duluth Zoo. Anybody ever been? Yep. Yeah. You know, it's the lamest zoo on the planet. It's so bad. The only thing there was like actual animals that if you just looked out your window, you could already see. You know? I'd be like, Mom, check out the white-tailed deer. She's like, yeah, we hit 2 on the way here. We've seen them. Oh. Well, I'm glad everybody can make it out onto a Thursday. I know everybody's got jobs. Some of you. I was going to say, Jesus, man, between that guy's hat, that guy's hair, and my tattoos, we equal 1 part-time job. It's true. I had a job for a long time. I had a career, 22 years. I was a radio personality. And everyone would ask, like, what was the best part about it? I was like, just making it up. And they're like, you could do that? I'm like, yeah, dude. They're like, what'd you make up? I was like, all of it. They're like, really? I was like, yeah, my favorite was making up the traffic, though. Definitely. And 2 vehicles hanging out on the right shoulder at Lake Street. Got about 13 minutes between the crosstown and downtown. If you're going to St. Paul right now, 94 eastbound, nothing but bumpers and brake lights. Got about 47 minutes in between Rice Street and Kellogg. I got a 7-car pileup. And if you're on Highway 61, nothing but gridlock as a circus trailer has jackknifed. Nothing but dead clowns all over the highway. Marauding elephants, monkeys attacking. Imminent death on Highway 61. This traffic report brought to you by Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky good. Remember when I did that, my boss came running in. He's like, hey, where was that circus trailer again? It's like, dude, Highway 61. He's like, God damn it, that's my drive home. I'm like, yeah, man. Better leave now. I also make videos. It's my other job, make videos for companies online. I'm a big Star Wars fan. Any other Star Wars guys? Yeah, right on. We love Star Wars, don't we? I loved it growing up. I still love it as an adult. So I was jacked. This company calls me up and they're like, hey, we want you to make a couple of Star Wars videos for us. This one lady on the conference call goes, do you know how to make their wands? Do you mean their lightsabers? Because Harry Potter had a wand. The Jedi have the deadliest weapon in the galaxy. But I was broke, so I'm like, yeah, I can make wands. And they're like, cool, listen, here's what we want to do. We want to incentivize you. So we will give you a $10,000 bonus if you can get this video to 100,000 views in a week. Dude, at that time, $10,000 didn't put me in a higher tax bracket. $10,000 put me in an actual tax bracket. So we make the video. It comes out in 3 days, 80,000 views it got. You know? Little did we know, the same day we launched, there was another video that came out called Chewbacca Mom. You guys remember Chewbacca Mom? No? If you don't know what Chewbacca Mom is this video where a soccer mom sits in a minivan with a Chewbacca mask on and laughs her ass off. And it got 4.5 million views in 3 days. So this company calls me up and they're like, hey, listen, we love your video, especially the wands. They're amazing. But we're going to go ahead and do more like Chewbacca Mom style videos. So thanks a lot. We'll call you. Now remember, I still get 10 grand if we hit 100,000 views, right? So I run downstairs to YouTube, I look, 97,582. I hit refresh. The video was gone. 10 grand. Company called and told me that on Christmas Eve. I know, right? Look at that guy's face. Yeah, that's what I did, man. Completely ruined my holiday. I went to bed that night all pissed. I woke up the next morning, I was still mad. But then I could hear my family out in the living room. They're opening gifts. They're celebrating Christmas. And I thought, you know what? Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Like you were mad yesterday. Don't be mad today. You might not be rich financially, but you're rich in family. So get out there. Enjoy Christmas. Put a smile on your face. Forget about Chewbacca Mom. So I walk into the living room. My daughter sees me. She's like, Daddy. I was like, hey. She's like, Merry Christmas. I was like, Merry Christmas, sweetheart. She hands me a gift. She's like, open it. I'm like, yeah. And I open it up. And in the box was a goddamn Chewbacca mask. She's like, do you like it? I'm like, yeah, sweet daddy likes it. She's like, good, because I saw this video the other day of this lady in a van. So funny. I asked him personally to come up and do the show because I'm a big fan of his. Please give it up for Max Hornstein. Oh yeah, keep it going for Rudy, everybody. Let him hear it. I went to a small liberal arts college. Anybody else work at a cheese shop now? Work at a fancy little cheese store because I'm a character in a Victorian nursery rhyme. No, I work in the service industry, and it's good work, it's honest work, and I hate it. I can't stand it. I hate my job. I feel like the hardest part about working in food service is dealing with your manager. Like the other day, my manager came up to me when I was standing behind the counter, and he was like, "Hey, Max, I think you're standing wrong." I was like, okay. 2 feet on the floor. Not sitting down. Pretty sure I'm crushing it up here. He's like, no, you're standing with your arms crossed. When you stand with your arms crossed, it makes you look standoffish, and it makes customers not want to approach you. I was like, bingo, yeah. You nailed it. Any more tips on how that works? That would be fantastic. He's like, no, you need to stand with your arms behind your back. Because when you stand with your arms behind your back, it makes you look cool and open and approachable. So I went to a party last weekend, and I just stood in the corner with my arms behind my back the entire time. And not a single person wanted to come up to talk to me. Can you believe that? No, I did go to a small liberal arts school. And I don't know about you guys, but like the high school that I went to, it was like you either joined the military or you went to college at 18. Those were the two options. And I think they're pretty similar. Because when you go to the army, you just shave your head. They shave your head and they give you a gun and they're like, go save the world. When you go to a liberal arts school, they just give you like these pants and these glasses and they're like, go be annoying. We do it. But for those of you who don't know, like a liberal arts college is just where rich kids go to learn that poor people exist for the first time. You just like walk into class and your professor's like, these are poor people. And you're like, whoa. Professor's like, did you know that sometimes poor people have to work 2 jobs? You're like, oh, good for them. I don't even have one. And they're like, no, it's actually a bad thing. And you're like, oh, that's not right. You're like, where do these poor people live? India? And they're like, no, Burnsville. You're like, whoa. That is so close. Oh, my God. I was not expecting that. I went to the same small liberal arts college as Barack Obama. How do we feel about Obama in here? Do we miss him? Well, not my president, you cowards. I went to the same liberal arts college as Obama, and every once in a while, I'll like see an interview with Obama, and I'll be reminded that like we have the same educational background. The other day, I saw him not like walking on the street, like on the news. I saw him, and he was like, "The world would be a better place if it was run by women." And like, I understand the sentiment, like I get it. But he's also like a man who ostensibly ran the world for 8 years, so I don't totally get what he meant by that. But then I remembered we went to the same school. So what he was doing is he was just trying to make out with someone in his gender studies class. It's like, smooth move, Barry, smooth move, actually. I like that, that's pretty good. And then I realized like Obama's entire post-presidential persona was just like me trying to get laid in college. Or like Obama, there's Trump, there's a pandemic, what should we do? And he's like, I don't know, but I made you this playlist. Here's a list of books I've read that you didn't ask for. Why don't you come back to my dorm a little later? We can talk about it, just hang out. I'm trying to be, I care about women's rights. I have 2 sisters. I have 2 older sisters.
And, my mom would always say weird stuff to me about having 2 older sisters. Like sometimes she would come up to me and she'd be like, Max, but between me and your sisters, it's kind of like you have 3 moms. Kind of sounds like you don't want to do your job. I have 1 mom. Don't outsource your work to an 11-year-old, okay? Hey guys, I'm Max Hornstein. Thanks so much.
Yeah, your next comedian was recently a guest on my podcast, and she absolutely crushed it, A Long Walk to Cleveland. Please give it up for Lily Meyer.
Thank you. Give it for Rudy and Max. They're great. Yes. You're not supposed to wash your hair that often, right? You're supposed to wash your hair like once a week. And when other people do it, he's nodding. He agrees. Yeah. And when other people do it, their hair looks so good. It looks so healthy, But when I do it, I just get fired from work for having cum in my hair. So. A gross crowd. I love you. Yeah. You guys are great. So I'm a cat person. Thank you. Yes, that's correct. Yeah. I'm a cat person, but it's not for the reasons that you might think. I love all animals. I love dogs. I really do. I'm just not that big of a fan of unconditional love. Right? Anyone here have dogs? You get it. When you have a dog and you come home from work, a dog is like so excited to see you, You open the door and the dog like runs the door and he's like, oh my God, I'm so excited that you're home. That's what I think dogs sound like if they could talk, And they're like jumping up and down and stuff. A cat, it's a little bit different. A cat, they do still run to the door. They do, but it's just because they're trying to escape the home you've made its prison, And you know that. Yeah, you know that. Because when you open the door, you got to go on foot first, right? You got to be like, no, stay inside. Stay in there. I'm going to lock you up and you can't leave. And I'm just saying that's the type of love I like, Lock them up and don't let them leave. My boyfriend was watching my cat last weekend, actually. He didn't really have a choice because I locked him in there, so... He was watching my cat and he sent me this text and it said, hey, your kitchen knives are dull. So I sent a text back that was like, hey, get me a knife sharpener for my birthday because I'm practical. I'm a practical gal. I love practical gifts. But what I should have said is, we're breaking up. That's what I should have said, because why do you care if my kitchen knives are dull in my studio apartment, Like, do you also care if my hairdryer doesn't reach the tub while it's plugged in? Do you also care if I don't own cement shoes and don't live near a deep, dark quarry? In that joke, he murders me and then throws me in the quarry. If you were lost. So I went to the BDSM club with my boyfriend the other week. Have you? Oh, wow. Thank you. Yes. We are kinky. I went wearing this pretty much, but I went the other weekend and it's pretty cool, There's lots of like nipples, mainly male because women aren't allowed, but male nipples, and there are asses getting wax poured on them. That's pretty cool too. But a big kink there is leashes, like putting your partner on a leash. Do you guys know this one? It doesn't sound like you do, so I'll explain it. You put your partner on a leash. That's it. That's the whole thing. There's lots of people on leashes, and I think that's a kink I could get into personally, Not really at the BDSM club or anything, more at the grocery store. I think that'd be pretty cool. Because when I see sour cream and cheddar Ruffles, I fucking run, And I'm out of there and lost for about 10 minutes, But if you gave me one of those monkey backpack things, if my boyfriend walked me around on that at the grocery store, he could just yank when I see the Ruffles, And if he didn't yank, I could just then put the ruffles in the backpack too. So it's like a win-win situation. But I guess for me, it's less of a kink and more of a time and money saving opportunity. So there is a kink that I do like. There's one that I do like, and that's a foot fetish. Come on, it's the most common one. Yeah, someone in here sucks toes. I know it. And I'll meet you out back after. But that's one that I like, because I just get to sit back, relax, and put my feet up. So I always got a book for book club I got to finish, Grapes of Wrath or something. That's the only book I can ever think of on stage. I really got to update that book title. Sinaldi. All right, that's my time. Thank you guys so much. My name is Lily.
Your next guy, feature headliner all over the city, been around. This guy is one of the funniest dudes I know. Please give it up for Tobi Shamu.
What's up, everybody? Hi, my name's Tobi. I work at Nordstrom. That's why I'm dressed like a successful YouTuber right now. If you don't know what Nordstrom is, it's a very expensive clothing store, okay? And deal with really rich people sometimes and really weird people sometimes, I was at work the other day, and this old lady comes up to me. She's like, Tobi, I need a 100% cotton t-shirt. And I was like, okay. We find the shirt, and she's feeling it, and she's looking at me, and she's like, Tobi, I've been buying these for years. Why are they so expensive? And this is why you shouldn't smoke weed and then go to work, Because I was just high enough to look at her and be like, slavery, ma'am. And she's like, what? I'm like, you ever noticed the labor costs have gone up in the last 100 years, This is an Australian cotton t-shirt. It's made by free white men. Very expensive, okay? It's very expensive. I noticed that I've gotten weird too, because we were open during the pandemic, so the weirdness has affected me. My favorite customers used to be like drug dealers, because they buy things in cash and don't return them. But now it's just a guy. It's just like a guy, it's what you call a snowbird, He has a home in Florida. He's really rich. He has a tan for no reason. You know what I'm talking about, right? And you can tell he's rich because he has those platinum white veneers in his mouth. You know what I'm talking about? The teeth, the fake teeth that are too big for his mouth, And life is great for him, so he's always laughing, but it comes out wrong. It sounds like this. I hate my job, man. That shit is trash. I do have a confession to make. I've been experimenting with white women. Call it a phase, if you will. There was a girl at my house the other day, and I let her wear my do-rag. That was the experiment, guys. And fun fact, when white women wear do-rags, they turn into lesbians instantly. Okay? This is knee-jerk reaction. I'm serious. She tied it up, and as soon as her arms hit her sides, she started tearing the sleeves off of her flannel. Started trying to fix my sink for no reason. I was like, oh, you're handy now? This is tight. Took my computer, made a down payment on a Subaru. I was like, did that joke a couple weeks ago, and a guy in the audience was like, I just bought my daughter a Subaru. And I was like, oh, it's nice. Do you know her sexual orientation? All they said is, she's smart as hell. I guess that's code for gay nowadays. I don't know. My sister was making fun of me because she was like, Tobi, you have resting, you date white women face. I don't like that people laugh at that because it means it's true, And I rebutted, Faith, we lived in Minnesota our whole lives. I have resting, I take what I can get face, okay? It's like resting bitch face, but I know where charcuterie boards are. If you're sad, we can listen to some Sarah Bareilles together. I'm an equal opportunity boyfriend is what I'm trying to say, guys. I did have a girlfriend for a while, and then I had to leave her because we were in bed one day, and I rolled over, and she looked at me, and she was like, Toby, I don't know if you noticed this, but the veins on your forehead kind of spell out the letter N. And I like, the one other black guy's dying. And I was like, what do you mean by that, you know? And I was like, what are you trying to say? And she realized what she was saying might be racist. She's like, Toby, no, oh my God. No. My name's Nicole, I just thought it was cute. And I was like, dang. My fence clenched up, I was like, the veins in my forehead were about to spell out OJ. I was ready. I did have to break up with her, though. I had to break up with her because, you know, that. And you know, the thing is, I didn't want to cheat on her, because if I cheat on her, you know, she's going to take BLM out of her bio. You know what I'm saying? And then she's going to flip to the other side. I'm just playing. That's my time, guys. Thank you so much.
Tobi Shamu, everybody. Come on up, you guys. Come on up. Thank you for coming out to episode 4 of Stand Up Raw. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Hit us up on YouTube. Appreciate it. For myself, Max, Lily, and Toby, thank you guys.
What it do, what it does, where you been, where you was, but it ain't what it is. Face in the mud, I really be hating in the mud. Said I can't pick it up, but I did. Y'all know Goon put too much bass in the sub. Cup full of blood and I gave it a chug. Wait till your neighbors get all snug, then play this real loud where you live. This, that, for the kids, saw something strange, can't say what it is. Court case came, ain't say what he did. Make shit move, put a chain on the gear. Yeah, I've been on top of the tower, got the power, weatherman. Gun cock and it's about to shower. Put you down with the squids, that's rock the power. I done hang with the guys and we talk for hours, yo. I feel like a doctor on late shift. I done ran out of my patience. I done no trip out in Vegas. I say I don't have to pay shit.